Okay, here we go. Sunday, July 11th. Let's not be a flamingo amongst pigeons. I love that sign. Let's begin this Sunday in the front yard. There's the front of our house. There's the Japanese maple in the background. It's growing tremendously towards the sky. Wait till the fall colors come. But I love that green right about now at this time of year. It's just beautiful. Pear tree, our newest in the front there. It's growing pretty good. There's about 6 to 8 inches new growth. Here's our dragonfly lemon tree. We're going to have thousands of lemons come late August, early September, maybe late September. You never know. It's going to be beautiful, though. Now we're up by the mailbox. Let's see what we got going. Mint up here, and you can see the magnolia in the background. And I believe there were some bees here when I was walking by, too. You might hear them. But there's that magnificent magnolia tree. Okay, so we're up by the front street, and you can see the magnolia tree. Brief history on this magnolia tree. Charlotte's dad, George, brought this from Alabama back in 2003, and it had broken, and there were only 3 leaves on it, and we planted it immediately. Isn't that amazing? Okay, up by the street light, we have crepe myrtle. It's got 2 different colors in there, a purple and a little light purple. Okay, in our front yard also is our original pear trees. Not looking too well this year. You can see a couple little pears up in there. Not nearly the 400 pounds that we normally get every year, so we believe we have a fungus growing on this tree, so it's probably going to take half the tree this year. We'll just have to see what happens, but that's the stage of our pear tree right now, the first original pear tree. This is our rosemary bush out in front of the house, actually out by the garage. And here we have the black-eyed Susans and some mint growing amongst them. And then we've got the hydrangeas. And then that flamingo sign. I love that flamingo sign. And we got roses, pink roses, and some red roses growing out front near the front doorway. They're all very beautiful. There's more of the black-eyed Susans. Told Charlotte this is usually August when they bloom, not July. So there we go. And we got some little plants here. If you look real closely, there's a holly tree growing. I've got to get this out in the fall. It's over 3 feet tall right now. We don't need a holly tree right here. We will transplant it somewhere else in the fall. And there's our beautiful Japanese maple tree. I can't talk enough about that Japanese maple tree. It grew from a twig, too, many, many moons ago. All right, let's check in on the roses in the backyard. I did clear out the mint that was growing along them because I want some more growth coming from the rose bushes, and I think it was choking it out a little bit. But as you can see, everything. We got kale in the buckets growing too. We've been eating salads off of that. That's very delicious. This red rose bush is doing wonderfully. I'm just real pleased with what the roses are doing in this side of the house. Okay, we have mint here here amongst the English ivy. I'd rather have more mint than the English ivy. I keep trying to choke off the English ivy, yes, but you can see it keeps coming back. Jeez. And we have this wonderful plant here. I can't remember the name of it right now. If I can, I'll post it in here in just a second somehow. But this, there was a bee on here, and this was great. I caught the bee pollinating. All right, let's walk down the hill a little ways in the backyard. In front of me, you will see a holly bush. Holly tree, holly bush. Well, it's tall. I'll just put it that way. It has been tremendous. I need to work on trimming that back a little bit this year, too. We'll see what happens in the fall. As you can see, the red tips coming out pretty well here on the left. And I've got some type of weed growing amongst the chips. We'll have to see what happens with the chips and the mulch. Get the weed eater out, I know that. Yes, this is the vinca. I know I've got to weed eat it here before it gets out of control. On to it. And our second magnolia tree in the backyard doing a wonderful job of growing up to the sky. Crepe myrtle, of course. Alright, we're going to see how the container gardening is going on along here in the back. Oh, it's doing pretty good. We've got a bunch of cilantro and carrots. And what's this on the front? It looks like... let me get back over to it. There's our big vine. There's a yellow orange flower. I believe that's a squash. It's not a watermelon, I think. We're about to find out. Coming up real soon, so... that's the wonderful thing of container gardening. Something will grow out of the pot. I believe these are morning glories, and I was out in the yard at the best time to catch them this morning. They're beautiful. Okay, let's see how the mint. Oh, look what's growing amongst the mint off the back patio. Does everybody see the high yellow flower? If you look really close, it's a sunflower. And I believe it's multiple sunflowers. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Right, backyard along the fence. I'm going to have to pop in the name of that purple flower soon. I'll get it on here. And as we ever come into the left, you can see the yellow rose growing in the background. I got to prune that either late this winter or early in February.